What was that process running the business prior to franchising? Once you started franchising, how did you learn about franchising and how did you now start to get franchise ready? What was the process of really discovering franchising for the business model? How did you kind of get involved on the business side of the franchise? And how do you see now the vision of Huntington over the next 10 years? And for business owners out there are now considering how to grow their business and are considering franchising as a business model for expansion, what advice would you give them?
Hi, Eileen Huntington from Huntington Learning Centers, which is an organization which helps children from grade kindergarten through to grade 12 in reading, writing, math, study skills, exam prep.
Thank you. And yourself?
Hi, everyone. Thanks so much for speaking with us. She's also my mom. I'm Huntington Sharma. I'm the president of Huntington Learning Center. And Eileen, my mom, Ray, my father, started it nearly 50 years ago. We've been franchising since 1985. We know a thing or two about franchising. We, as Eileen said, we help children who are K through 12, and we're mission driven, which our mission is to give every student the best education possible, and we get incredible results. So franchisees can come in and become a franchisee of Huntington Learning Center and not only do well financially, but they can positively impact their community. We're a really amazing concept for folks to think about and a top pick, and so that's what you guys are, franchise top pick. So thank you so much for having us.
It's great to see that the family business and the mother and daughter, that's really inspiring. It's great to have you with us, and it's great if you could tell us about when you first started the business until the time you decided to franchise. What was that process running the business prior to franchising?
Prior to that, I was teaching on the high school level. My husband, who's my partner in this, was in business research. He has a PhD in statistics, and we decided to take our life into our own hands. We opened our own business. We put everything on the line. We were in our 20s, not knowing much, and guess what? It worked. After one summer, I left my job teaching when I was on tenure, which is a great thing for teachers. I left my job between 1977 and 1985. We opened 18 company-owned units, and we said, how are we going to grow this nationally? Because it was in the New York metro area. And we said, well, one of the things we could do is franchise. And so we started franchising back in 1985. It's been history ever since. And we've helped so many kids, so many franchisees reach their dream, become financially independent, and really help the parents and kids that we see.
Once you started franchising, how did you learn about franchising and how did you now start to get franchise ready? What was the process of really discovering franchising for the business model?
For the business model, we already had a training department. We already had started using a call center. We had like 3 or 4 people who were answering the phones for us. It was just a natural progression in order to expand our business and looking at it and having other people come in with like-minded views and what they wanted to help in the community and be able to take their future into their own hands. And that's what franchising is all about, becoming an entrepreneur within a system that knows how to get up and running in a real fast way.
All along, you were witnessing the business growing. How did you kind of get involved on the business side of the franchise?
I like to say I'm center number 17 because when they weren't opening centers, they had children. I have a brother who's not involved in the business. I was a student of Huntington, and then I had a career outside of the family business for about a decade. And then I came on board almost 10 years ago, give or take, dove in, went through our training department, went through everything. I started as a director and then worked my way up, and now I'm Huntington's president. So I've seen it grow. I've seen the ebbs and flow of business. Being part of an entrepreneurial family, I've seen the good times, the not so good times. And really, I have seen how franchising has evolved over time. And what's so interesting, because we're an entrepreneur magazine Hall of Fame, we've been doing this for a long time. Some of our franchisees are in their 3rd time of renewal. So think 30 plus years as a franchise. Now, their next generation is running it. So there's one who I just saw at a high achievers training, who we were 10 years old at a franchise conference together ordering room service. And now here we are. She's running her mom's and I'm running my mom. It's just a beautiful thing to see how franchising impacts at the franchisor level and also at the franchisee level.
That's a beautiful story, and it shows about creating the legacy from multiple standpoints, from the franchisor creating a legacy for the family, but then also the franchisees creating a legacy from their family. That's a goal for a lot of franchises, but to reach that accomplishment, that's truly inspiring for that. And how do you see now the vision of Huntington over the next 10 years? Where has it been and where do you see it going?
So we've been really strong in terms of unit economics and helping students, and now we're in growth mode in terms of franchising. We have shy of 300 locations. So in the next 10 years, we see a lot more Huntington Learning Centers across the United States and potentially beyond. We believe in brick and mortar in person. That said, we're investing millions of dollars in technology and AI capacities. So we see that being leveraged within our centers and beyond. There's such an opportunity within education because, quite frankly, students are failing. The nation's report report card just came out and it's really bad. It just means we need more Huntington Learning Centers. We're going to be partnering with more schools and organizations to give them the resources and the tried and true methodology that works. So the next 10 years is going to be really phenomenal for us and really phenomenal for our franchisees and the families we serve each and every day.
And for business owners out there are now considering how to grow their business and are considering franchising as a business model for expansion, what advice would you give them as they explore their journey of franchising? I would love to hear from both of you.
I think the idea of going into a franchise, going into business for yourself, but not by yourself is key. And we have all of the processes and procedures in place. We have the people in place. We have the best team that we've ever had. I mean, we've been doing this for 47 years. So if you think about it, we really know what we're doing. We get great results with our kids. And now is a fantastic time for people to go into a Huntington Learning Center because of what's happening in the education world. We really have the opportunity to change the trajectory of what kids do, what our country can do. So it's really mission driven, and it's very exciting to see the changes we can make, not only in children, but in franchisees. So the growth is absolutely phenomenal at this point in time.
I would say, just to add to that, that was great. I would add for a prospect to do their research. For example, if an individual does not like children, you're not the right concept for them. It's pretty simple. That said, there's so much information out there, be it your network or social channels. We're at the IFA right now, the International Franchise Association Conference. For a prospect, it's to do their homework, to figure out what am I interested in, what are my goals, what's my current capital, what can I invest, what's my risk appetite, and then from there, figure out down select. Either do it individually because you can with the internet and being able to search, or you can work with a broker and then figure out what is the right concept for prospect, and then also what's right for their family, their community, and aligns with their goals, their financial goals, but also their feel-good goals.
Well, this has been a truly inspiring story, and I really appreciate taking the time to speak with us. Congratulations on all your success, and we look forward to seeing the brand continue to grow. So thank you very much.
Do you want to franchise your business and take it to a whole new level? Click the link below to schedule a free consultation today.